Hey guys, so I finally got my first full day of playing yesterday since Awakening, and it took me a while to get to grips to Sorc on the console, but I've finally found the combinations that I'm using frequently that feel the most fluid and comfortable. Now in this video I'm not going to show every single combo, I'm also not going to show you how to play the neutral game, so I'm not going to show you how to set these up from CC. What I'm going to assume is that you already know how to land your own CC and avoid being CC'd, and instead what I'm going to show you are a bunch of combinations that you can use to finish the fight. So the main goal of a Sorc is to never get hit. Once you do land that CC though, you need to make sure that the fight ends every single time. The longer a fight goes on, the more likely you are to run out of stamina and get caught by a CC yourself. So without further ado, let's have a look at some of these combinations that I've been playing on in the background. So first up we have pretty much the most flexible and most used setup for CC. So this is really easy and leads into a Y switch with your weapon. So it's Midnight Stinger into Ultimate Scattering Shadow into Shadow Eruption and then Y switch immediately. This can also be done with High Kick and is going to be the basis for a lot of my combinations. The great thing about this is you can use it to follow up a knockdown as well. You don't have to just land the Midnight Stinger. So another thing to note as well is that if you land a stiffness on a grounded target, the stiffness won't count towards your CC immunity. So what you'll see in this video is a more traditional setup. So we're going to start with the Dream of Doom, which you cast immediately with Imminent Doom, followed by Rushing Crow to close the gap, Midnight Stinger, Scattering Shadow, Shadow Eruption, the Y switch into Scythe, then it's Dead Hunt into Violation. Really simple combo, pretty much going to kill most people, and just builds off how you already play Sorceress pre-Awakening. And that's the key, we're looking to be fluid and continue to build on the skills we already have. So here's another prime example of using pre-Awakening. So for this we're going to Night Crow sideways to reposition and land the Storming Crow knockdown, and then from there exactly the same combo. We're going to Midnight Stinger into the Scattering Shadow, into the Shadow Eruption, and then we're going to finish off with Dead Hunt Violation. So nothing fancy here, nothing overly complicated, you should be perfectly fine with this. So you're not seeing anything overly complicated. The sole purpose of these combinations are to, once you land a CC, keep the target CC'd for as long as possible, and through animation cancels we're looking to dish out as much damage as possible. So here it is again, the Dream of Doom to start with, and then the Rushing Crow to close the gap, followed by Midnight Stinger, Scattering Shadow, Shadow Eruption. We're going to Y switch into Scythe, we're going to turn back slash this time, straight into Dead Hunt and follow with Violation to finish. So a lot of damage in a very short space of time. Nothing's really changed since Awakening, we just have a lot more options and a lot more viable combos. So let's keep looking at some more. Now this next combo is a slight variation, but it's absolutely amazing for tearing through high health targets. It's a little bit more complicated and you do need to make sure you have some Shards of Darkness. But the combination starts off the same. We're going to Midnight Stinger into Scattering Shadow, into Shadow Eruption. After the Y switch though, we're going to drop Blade of Darkness into Dead Hunt, and just before the target can stand back up, we're going to explode the blade. That's going to give us a down smash and extend the knockdown. From there you can look to finish the target or create distance to wait out the immunity. Now this next combo makes use of our ability to rapidly reposition behind a target using Nightmare. So we're going to Nightmare and immediately right trigger to be behind the target. We're going to use Midnight Stinger to switch to Amulet, which then allows us to scatter in Shadow into Shadow Eruption, Y switching back, and then finish off with our normal Dead Hunt or turn back slash Violation, whichever you feel like doing at that moment in time. So there you go guys, that's just some of the combinations I'm currently using. Now I did say at the start of the video I wasn't going to show you absolutely every combination. So there are things like the 20-second down smash meme that I haven't covered. You can pretty much Google that and loads of searches will pop up. What I did want to show you though is how fluid the Sorceress class is. There is no right or wrong combinations. Obviously some are going to work a lot better than others. However, for the most part you can pretty much combo out of anything. Just remember that you want to try and extend knockdowns with down smashes, and all of your combinations should end with your target on their back. As the Sorc class, everything we have is pretty much unprotected. What you want to be aiming to do is dance around targets until they make a mistake. From there, look to land a CC and capitalize. The main thing with the Sorceress class is it can highly punish people. They make one mistake, you have to end the fight. The longer that fights draw on, the harder it becomes to manage stamina and the easier it is for you to mess up. In one of my next videos, I will be covering the neutral game for Sorceress, so that's how to move, how to set up your own CC, and most importantly, how to avoid getting hit yourself. So if you are new to the channel, hit that subscribe button and keep your eyes peeled for that next video.